Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the 30-minute Lunchbreak podcast. My name is Brandon Rosenthal, and alongside me is my partner and co-host, Eric Garcia. Eric, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Ready to do this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a great episode. This is episode 76. We're calling this one Rejoice Laker Fans. So that is a rejoiceful day in all Laker land. You'll understand why. Hello, YouTube. Hello, all of our podcast listeners. What's going on, everybody? We're going to go over the Lakers' shocking decision to fire Mitch Kupchak, Jim Buss, everyone, at least in the front office.
Black. They clean house.
They clean house, and they hired Magic Johnson. We're going to go over the DeMarcus Cousins trade to the Pelicans and some all-star chit-chat and a fake trade that I came up with. So hopefully it's a good one. And Eric's phone buzzing as usual.
I gotta stay on top of this.
I have all my alerts on as well.
No, but yeah, you're right. Let's get fucking to it.
Let's do it. So, without further ado, we were actually going to start off with All-Star stuff. We were going to talk about the All-Star game. No, not anymore. We got to work.
She got pushed way to the back.
Breaking news: Lakers clean house. So Jeannie Buss, this was Jeannie's coming out party. This was it. She's like, I'm in charge. Mitch, you're gone. Jim Buss, bye, brother. You're gone. Now he's still with the team, I think.
Well, yeah, he's gonna always be there.
They're just like, you're not a VP anymore, buddy.
Yeah,
sorry.
and that's
you're
fine.
just gonna hang out.
I told you,
just collect your residual check.
When we talked about this beforehand, I told you, it was like, if I was Jim, I'm not saying this is smart. I would, just to try to save face, what I would have done is I would have given myself a promotion before this. Like, get rid of myself, but just give myself a crazy promotion. Like, the Emperor of the Lakers. You know what I mean? Of like Lakers.
They're actually going to rely on the younger brother. What's his name? I can't even remember his name. He does the D-League stuff for the Lakers.
Even Jim has his place. Jim has his place.
Of course
it's not just what it is now.
It wasn't talking to other teams and trying to outsmart them to get players and
it's not planning the actual basketball side of.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with basketball. Like
that's not his
no.
His
Dr. Buss has nothing to do with basketball. Like. Dr. Buss,
but he did have a feel for guys.
He knew the game, but he wasn't like, you know.
But I think Jim thought he was the same way.
Yes.
And he wasn't. I'm not, it's hard to do that, dude.
Yeah, so they fired all of them. First, your thoughts on the moves. What are your thoughts on...
My thoughts are
on
this.
Each person individually, the three that got fired today.
Okay, I'll break it down like this. Mitch, I love Mitch. Mitch has been, great for the Lakers.
Yep.
He's done some good things. But I think it was time. So I'm fine with it. I think just, the timing might be considered bad, but I think at the same time might be good because it might be just like, you know what? This is where the Lakers need to find out if they're going to get rid of any of these young guys from the core. Yep. This is when they find out who they're going to draft if they get a draft pick. And if there's trades to be made, you need to have the guy you want moving forward to make these moves. If you think you're going to end up getting rid of Mitch, don't let him set your team up for the future and then fire him. That shit doesn't make any sense for me.
So
when it comes to Jim, this is way overdue. But one thing that I like is they're true to the word. Basically, this was the year when he was supposed to get it done, and obviously the numbers already show he didn't get it done, so they got rid of him. So they're not bullshitting, and we can't get mad for Jim taking a stab at it. That's what his dad wanted to do. They did it. It didn't work. Let's move the fuck on.
And here we are.
Let's move on.
What about John Black?
I don't like that move, but I don't get it. Maybe it's he's too connected to the other two. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean?
Me neither. He's been with the Lakers for 25, 26 years.
And he's been great from all accounts. Obviously, I don't know. I don't work there. But everything about that you hear about him is good stuff, so that sucks.
Well, it is a little weird and...
Again, he must have been...
comical.
He must be a Mitch or a Jim guy or something like that, they felt like it's a necessary move.
Like it's pretty comical that they make a bad PR move when they fire their PR guy.
PR guy. That is the... Hold off on him, if anything. Make the next guy just decide on him.
I'm with you on Mitch. I'm sad to see him go because he did do a lot of great things. He did swing and miss a few times, and I think he probably didn't put his foot down when he should have.
Yeah.
And maybe he let Jim Buss come in here and, when it's the owner's son or now the owner, you're just like, well, what am I going to do? But I think he should have used his NBA prowess because clearly this guy knows talent. He's been with the Lakers in some form since 1981.
Yeah.
So that's a long time,
exactly.
But like you said, I guess there's that famous, quote from a superhero movie. If you live long enough, you're gonna, see that you're gonna see yourself become the villain at some point. Like,
exactly.
And Mitch did that, and it's just, sometimes it is too long.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's just time.
Yeah,
it's just time.
It does suck, but it's all good. Magic is there. Jimmy Buss. it's unfortunate that it didn't work out because I want, not that I know the guy personally, but obviously when you're the president of my favorite basketball team, the one that I'm growing up with, I want you to do good.
Exactly.
And if he didn't, it sucks.
Doesn't matter how you could slice it, how you want to go about it. The way the Lakers have done in the past few years is not the way you want the team to go.
No, not at all.
So you change whatever it was happening at the time. That's just my reasoning.
And it started going bad especially when Mitch and those guys, they couldn't get, like, when guys were clearly, they were leaving. And now everybody just trades. Fucking DeMarcus Cousins just got traded, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we couldn't trade Powell or Dwight for even in 50 cents on the dollar. Get some picks,
I think it's because he didn't want to. I think this is what I think.
They did that whole stay Dwight.
He was in a very tough situation, though. Because the way I look at it like this is, he can't, we all say why he should have not listened to Jim. He has to.
Yeah, exactly, I know.
He was screwed. He was screwed when Jim got the job, basically. Because, you know why he didn't get rid of those guys? Because he wanted to keep them, because Jim had a win now plan.
Yeah.
So Jim was like, well, I'm not going to get rid of the two, the whatever good assets I have. So he kind of forced him to hold on to those guys longer than he wanted to, probably. If Mitch knew he was going to be here for longer and didn't need a win right away, I think he would have got rid of him, kept the assets, get the money, get whatever the fuck he could do. But he had to kind of do it Jim's way. And Jim's way, honestly, was not going to work.
It didn't.
Here
we are.
You try to throw guys that are older to an aging Kobe, that plan is like got no fucking future in it.
And the reason why the Spurs were successful is they, instead of the aging guy, they got a budding star. Well, I mean, they drafted him, he wasn't a superstar, but Kawhi turned into one.
Exactly.
They're able to get that piece, and that's hard to get, or that's good coaching or good scouting or something,
You're replacing the guy.
They found Clarkson. Clarkson's great, for a second-round pick. That's amazing.
Exactly.
But he's not, there's no leader on the squad yet, and, it's clear as day.
And that might not be in a draft, because when you have a... excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, even more young guys,
Yeah. It might be just draft-wise. Like, it might not be there, so you need to get a free agent, you need to find... And like you said, you need to get the right guys to make these fucking moves.
So now the Lakers are going to hire a new GM to handle the day-to-day basketball moves. Right now, rumor has it that Rob Pelinka, Kobe's agent, is the front runner right now. Jared West immediately was denounced, saying no, he's not going to be a part of it. And I wrote that on here, hoping he would.
Sad. That's my answer.
Very sad face. Kobe is not going to be a part of this either, but he will give his advice whenever he is around.
Well, he is, if Pelinka's in. He already is.
If Pelinka's in, he's going to be part of Pelinka, whatever, for sure. And people are like, oh, he's also James Harden's agent. But, I mean, let's not jump to conclusions here. We're nowhere near contending, and Harden is on a 50-win team. So, let's...
And, honestly, I don't want Harden. I want Harden in Houston. I don't want him to... I think Harden's going to be the guy that... And it's cool for me because he's not on my team, but Harden's going to be a guy that's going to be win a lot of games, set a lot of records, but never win.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, that's really interesting about Pelinka. I wasn't too sure who we would hire when I first read this news, and I was like, and then they're talking about current GMs like Myers and David Griffin for potential GM jobs, but we would have to, well, except for Griffin, give consideration. So I don't know if it's cash or picks or whatever. So
I think the way so far the way it's going, this has indications that this shit's about to happen fast though.
It looks like it. So it looks like Pelinka,
they might have, you know what? Especially since they fired all three, I think they have all three lined up already.
Most likely.
That's probably
they have ideas for all three.
That's probably how Black went. Like, it's not that they didn't want him. It's just they had a guy there. Like, there's probably three guys.
Magic's buddies.
Yeah.
Wonder who it's gonna be. Like, it's really interesting time. What were your thoughts on the timing of the moves? Like 3 days before the deadline. The trade deadline is in 4 days, so it's on Thursday, and maybe we'll do a podcast live because it will be like lunchtime, so it will be like at the buzzer. So we could have some good deals.
Exactly.
Hopefully. I mean, there's already been a couple great ones. So, what were your thoughts on the timing of the move? So now there's 4 days left, and we don't have a GM, and it looks like Luke is building the roster right now.
I think the GM is gonna happen soon. So I'm not too worried about that we don't have one. I'm worried that it's going to be a different one or whatever. But I honestly think...
I think it's going to be somebody internal?
It's kind of dangerous in a way because this kind of feels like...
Like an interim GM?
Magic's going to have a lot to do with this. More.
This is Magic's squad right now. This is the Magic Hour. Yeah. Well, hopefully not the first Magic Hour because that shit sucked. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Google it and just don't.
But yeah, dude, I would... That I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I wanted Magic to get the right guys around him.
Maybe,
but within 4 days, who knows? That shit could get tough. I hope. This is what I will say about this. I hope there's no Phil near any of this shit.
Oh God,
I want no Phil.
No part of it.
None of it.
I don't. Phil.
I love Phil. Don't get me wrong, but no.
How about this to piss off Melo? Phil trades Melo to the Lakers and then quits and then becomes the GM of the Lakers.
It
just
trolls
to piss off
him
Melo. Yeah.
Shows up and he goes, okay, the same guy is fucking here, fucking shit.
You think this genie also broke it off with Phil? She's like, I'm fucking sick of your shit. We're done. Goodbye. Go to New York. Get out of my place.
Get out of my fucking place. Go deal with Melo.
Jim's next, bitch. Like,
Jim, I mean, sucks for Jim, but fuck it. Jim has to go.
Whatever. He's getting a check. He's part of the Bus family. He's good. Now he can wear his stupid ass fucking hats and whatever the hell he wants, and we don't have to see him courtside for a long time.
So I don't know, but I really think this is gonna happen really quick.
Oh, and something I wrote on here. It seems like not getting DeMarcus Cousins, and this is a perfect segue because. Oh, and I want to mention something real quick before that. Magic, Larry Bird, and MJ all running franchises now. Yep. MJ's owning one. Yeah. You know, obviously the Jordan brand definitely helped with that.
He's still winning.
No, he's winning. But Magic is now an owner of one franchise, the Dodgers, part owner.
Yeah.
Now running another organization in the same city. So I don't know, maybe he's tied?
No.
No, MJ's a sole owner. I mean,
he's
not the sole owner, but he's a majority owner.
He owns the squad, yeah.
He's a majority
honestly,
owner.
I love Magic, but
and then there's Larry Bird, and Larry Bird's running the show in Indiana. So
yeah. I think Magic and Bird is a good one.
That's crazy. It's a crazy thing. Like, Magic and Bird went from competing in college to now competing in, like, the ultimate level of basketball. It's fun watching these guys grow.
Chess. Now they're playing chess against each other.
They are playing chess for sure. But it seems like not getting Boogie Cousins was a tipping point for Jeannie Buss and this squad.
Yeah. I think it's at a certain point, we kind of were talking about this briefly, where it's like, it comes to the point where you're like, we're done. We've lost too many of these free agents or trade opportunities. The fact that reports are the Lakers were pretty close in the consideration.
We were in the mix for Boogie.
So I think that, Jeannie's like, what, fuck this. Why are we waiting around? Let's do this now. If we didn't get Boogie, let's go get somebody else.
Yeah.
Or let's get picks. Let's get whatever the fuck we need. Get something.
Don't do nothing again.
For the reasons why you said, you're probably gonna mention this, so I'm not gonna even talk about it, but I'll just say this: a guy like Lou, you keep finding ways that you can get something for Lou, and you don't want to do like kind of what you said about Mitch earlier. Are we gonna just lose him later and not get something for him? You know what I mean? Maybe we could get some shit for Lou.
He's not.
And he deserves to go win. He
does. He'd be a great fit in Washington. Right now, there's a rumor that we can get a first rounder for him, and I think we should definitely do it.
You should jump on that all day.
100%, and it also makes Washington better. Like
it's good for him. It's kind of a win-win when those don't usually happen.
And that is later. I do have a Lou Will trade in there, yeah, because he is the guy. But I also have more. I have more Lakers that I trade away.
Okay.
But if you're not going to get Boogie, because let's say if they offer, let's say we want Brandon Ingram, and you say, well, fuck no, obviously we're not going to give you Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
But we do have other guys you can get that are much better than Buddy Hield at this moment, or valued higher, or something. We can give you a better package than the Pelicans gave you. Tyreek Evans is garbage. They're not going to keep him. They're not even cut him. And then there's Langston Galloway. Excuse me. And then Buddy. And then a first-round pick when they might actually be good. What if New Orleans makes the playoffs, right? So now they're not even a lottery team anymore.
Yeah,
so it's just like, we can get into the Sacramento dysfunction in a minute.
I honestly think, though, it was more of a, you don't think you're going to get shit. You think you're going to lose somehow. You like Buddy Hield. They like Buddy Hield.
Yes, that's the fact. Really like Buddy Hield.
They showed their cards in the fact that they really like Buddy Hield. And maybe they're like, a first and a second, and that is fuck everything else. I don't think
fuck it, yeah.
We keep throwing in Tyreek, and I understand why, because that's somebody you got.
Money.
But they didn't give a fuck about Tyreek.
Not at all. He's throwing.
That just had to be in.
Well, we're $8 million short. You got Tyreek makes 8.6. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Done. It's like one of those things where
exactly.
It's like, do you want French fries? It's like, do you want French fries or curly fries? Whatever.
You have to. Yeah. The price doesn't change. So, when they tell you, you're like, no, I don't want it. I'm like, well, it's still the same price.
It's still the same price, sir.
Fuck it, I'll take the extra large damn credit
card. And that's pretty crazy. That we probably could have gotten Cousins if we had a first round pick. But even if we didn't, we could have finazzled our way into getting.
But I honestly, thinking about it, it was Buddy Hield which they liked, but it also was, no matter how much we might think it wasn't enough, it's the first round pick. Like, you're nailing it more on the first round pick. I know we were thinking, well, we should have given something else. They're like, yeah, but we want a first round pick.
They wanted a pick, we didn't have one.
You know what I mean?
And not yet. If we would have finished in the bottom 3, then yes. But we don't have one yet.
We don't have one yet.
It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, we can't give away. Yeah, exactly. They would be stupider than we think if they sign up for a potential pick.
And Sacramento stupidly do a pick swap. So they have a pick swap with Boston or Philly. With Philly. God, they're so stupid.
In 2019, they're giving away their first round already, and like they're gonna suck still then. You know what I mean? Like,
it's unbelievable. So I guess we can start off with what the fuck is going on in Sacramento.
Sacramento is dysfunctional, but at the same time, I think they were like, we're gonna lose Boogie. Let's try to get something for him, because just like you said with Mitch, this happens a lot of times where you end up losing the guy and never getting shit. And what hurts more than losing Boogie is not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
You know? Because even if you're wrong with Buddy, you could, I mean, it's not a good answer, but you could say, well, we fucking tried. We thought we were right. We tried to make a move.
Top 6 pick.
Yeah, when
the 6th pick.
Because I know they already had agreed that Boogie's going to re-sign with them in the offseason and everything. But
so much money.
The way Boogie is, you could say, first of all, he could get in trouble or something and lose all his value with the shit he might get into.
Yeah.
Or, what if when the time comes, Boogie tells us to fuck off? And just says, nah, never mind. I changed my mind completely.
I fucking hate you.
And we would all back him up on that because he's a player. We would be okay with it. So the team's like, nah, I don't know about this one.
They're like, peace.
We might not even be... And again, what if the team that re-signs Boogie is the wrong move? What if Boogie is not going to be a guy that it's going to be long-term?
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
It's really interesting. So
I don't know too much about it, but from what I see also is the Kings are just...
They're trash.
They're
the trash of the NBA. Especially when it comes to the front office and their thinking and their moves to the future and thinking about their fans.
The way I look at it is this. I'm tripping, like, we just said it, like, is Magic going to make the right call? This is a lot for a guy with no experience. Well, on the other side, Vlade's making the call.
Fucking Vlade Divac,
so,
yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, if I want a good cigarette or a cigar, I'll ask Vlade. Leather jackets, 100%.
You know,
flops, flops, beard stuff, that's where I go to Vlade. Running my team?
No way.
Not even close.
What I would do if I was every GM in the league, if I owned a team, this is what I would do. I would make a routine call every day to my GM and call him. Hey, have you tried to make a trade with Sacramento? You always got to try to make trades with Sacramento because you know you're going to win that trade.
You know that
when Vladdy's involved.
You know he didn't even know about the stretch provision?
Exactly. But I don't blame it. To us, we're like, what an idiot. I don't even blame him for not knowing it. I blame people for giving him that much fucking power.
Vivek, yeah. Blame
Saving
Vivek.
him from his fucking self, dude. This guy has no experience. Make him hire a bunch of experienced motherfuckers.
Or some nerd who knows the rules.
Knows all of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the fucking presidents of the president of the country, when they sign shit, they make fucking lawyers go through it. Does this make any kind of sense?
Like, I'm not gonna fucking read this,
I don't know
man.
this shit. This is what I want to do. Can I do this? And they're like, yeah, you can do it, sir. All right, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Let's do this.
That's what fucking people like Vlade should be doing. They should not be making the shit. They should not be in a contract negotiation in situations like this. They go, wait, what? Huh? Whoops. Let's go back to the drawing boards because my contract was completely bullshit then.
Yeah. So, now we're looking at AD and Boogie together on the same floor in a move that is also intriguing because the NBA is going small stretch out to the perimeter and these guys play inside. I love it. I think this is great.
You like it, huh?
I do like it. The rim is 10 feet. That has not changed. It's never going to change as far as I know. Those guys are 7 feet. That means it's only 3 feet away. When they stand up, it's literally like 6 inches away from the rim. They're both three-point shooters as well, where Boogie is a better three-point shooter now. Drew Holiday, if he's healthy, this team can be formidable. I thought Chris Paul may be a piece here, but it looks like he's going to stay with the Clippers with that mega $200 million deal.
I love it for me because I don't like the Clippers, and I think that's a bad
perfect.
move.
Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. Let them shrink away. But that's all Ballmer's going to do is write checks anyway. If they can get like a JJ Redick or a shooter, because Redick will be available for sure, or one of those shooters, they're going to be good.
Yeah, but you know what's one thing? They're going to have to make shit work. I don't blame them for making this move. Anybody that has a chance to get Boogie, you get Boogie. Figure that shit out later. The problem is this. Boogie and AD are going to be massive contracts. I was just hearing Woj talking about it earlier when he mentioned is some teams, maybe Philly, might give. I know it sounds crazy, but Holiday might demand the fucking max contract.
I know.
You might have to give this fucker a max contract to stay.
Yep.
So now you got Boogie, Holiday, and AD. And then you got to go find the fucking bench.
Well, that's where guys that come into play. Now you are looking at teams like who are good guys, and this also gets into my trade. Who are good guys that are valuable and talented that teams don't want anymore? If you're New Orleans, you're looking at Rubio. Guy who's paid handsomely for the next 3 years. He's not going to demand a new contract. So he's like at $13 million bucks. So if you can get him and get rid of Holiday, because Holiday's going like 20 plus. You save $7 million there. You can go get a shooter. And Rubio can revive his career by passing to two guys who are going to get him assists.
Keep in mind this, though. The way I think New Orleans is thinking about this, which I don't blame them, this is the way a lot of teams should do it, is they have one thing in mind. Honestly, more than all these moves, I think they feel like they have to make these moves because they have one thing in mind all the time. We better not let Anthony Davis go. So if we got to overpay a bunch of guys, if we got to do whatever the fuck, you know what? One of the things people are saying is Anthony Davis kind of made it clear, like, you need to get a center. I don't want a center.
We got you the best one.
And they said, let's go get you the fucking best center out there. You know, is he going to be okay? You know, we thinking like it makes sense what you said, but is he okay with saying, no, I want Holiday instead of Rubio, though. Makes sense financially, but, you know, players, like, people accuse LeBron of doing this, like, they say what they want, but they don't have to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
So AD can say, no, I want Holiday. And they're like, yeah, but that shit is going to ruin us.
It's going to be impossible.
You know, but he's like, well, that's what I want.
Unless you take less.
Then you're not the right team for me then. You know, that's kind of the shit these fools get to say now. Because they have a lot. And honestly, I want it that way because AD deserves all the power.
Yeah, he's so good.
You know,
I mean, that All-Star game, man, he did have 52.
You know, Boogie's going to get paid, but don't get it twisted. That's AD's team. You know what I mean?
Oh, I just got an alert that Magic's leaving his job on NBA Countdown.
Well, it makes sense.
And then Bill Simmons tweeted that I'm here to get Paul George, pretty much. Like, that's why Magic is here. Hometown kid from Palmdale, not playing in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That doesn't make sense. We don't do that. We need to keep like.
And you know, and honestly, don't. Just because it goes with pretty much the theme of all of this, we're still in the mix for Boogie, bro.
Oh yeah, he's not
done. This is not his full. He could literally next year.
Come June, if we have our first round pick, New Orleans is going to be like, well, hello,
he
Lakers.
Might say because
we can do Boogie for Mozgov and the first rounder.
His agents, and that's another thing that was reported that they're one of the reasons that it made it tougher. Like we're saying, why didn't people do? Because they said their agents made it very clear. Don't think because if you trade for him, this motherfucker's resigning. He might just do this right again. Like, right back to the shit, right? You know? And I
mean, it's still very possible that we can go because the Mozgov money would work.
Yeah.
And then
people feel the Lakers are in the mix still. And I don't blame... I'm okay with that. I just think for those reasons, though, you need to get the right guy in charge.
Yeah. So, I want to talk about this because we don't have enough time to really go over the All-Star weekend, but...
Which is fine.
Here, quick thoughts. Did you see the dunk?
Didn't see the dunk contest at all, and from what I hear, all reports, didn't miss shit.
Terrible. God-awful.
Glad.
3-point shootout was cool.
That.
It was okay. Unfortunately, I was
actually
wrong.
Like that.
Nick Young didn't make it, but he was close.
Eric Gordon, I'm happy for him.
Yep, that was dope. And my pick, Kyrie didn't make it.
Real quick about him, that one thing that I noticed, even though I've had it, he seems like a very humble ass dude. Seemed like he completely did not want any credit, any props. The whole time they kept asking him, "Why did you win?" He's like, "I don't know. These guys are all really good. You know, sometimes you just make a lot of these." You know, he didn't want to say, "I just beat," because she's like, "Well, you beat all the best guys in the whole league, though." He's like, well, you know, sometimes...
Well, James Harden and Steph Curry weren't playing, you know, and they're some of the best
three-point shooters. So he doesn't, which is cool. I like that. That was a good look for him.
It was. And Porzingis.
Yeah, good shit for him.
Awesome. That was pretty cool to watch. All-Star game was terrible, no defense, so I think we should just move past that.
Yeah.
God awful. Okay.
Well, actually, no. 52 points record for AD.
By AD. He did beat Will Chamberlain. So
he's been mentioned in the shit, so it ties in.
But anytime you beat Wilt in something, that's pretty damn impressive. So my fake trade has something to do with... There's a rumor already that Lou Will is being shopped clearly to Washington for the first round pick. We would get Trey Burke, Kelly Oubre coming to us for salary matching. So I added to that deal, added two more teams. I added Philly, and then I added Minnesota.
Okay.
So I trade in this deal. I also flipped Clarkson So I trade Clarkson to Philly. And I also trade Luol Deng to Minnesota for Rubio because I figure that they don't want him, right? So if we go, we'll give you Deng. Yes, he's there for one more year, but we'll take the $5 million in between because they can do that. They say we'll pay whatever percentage of Deng's contract equals $5 million. So your salary's matched, and that way you get your guy Tibbs. He's a good veteran. You get rid of this. Chris Dunn can play. We get Rubio, who we can easily shop, and he's $13 million for 3 years.
That's why I want him because I'm not a fan.
I mean, we can shop him, but I mean, he off the bench clearly, or he's the one where D'Angelo is now the 2.
No, I get it. I just don't like him more than Clarkson.
Right. So, but in this deal, we also get Okafor from Philly. We have to give, and that's
so
for Clarkson.
We would have him and Russell on the same team.
And that's why, if I can flip Clarkson, because maybe that's a good deal for them. Maybe they want Clarkson. He kind of fits their scheme. You know, they
Philly, right?
They might want to pick. They might want to pick. I don't know. But I think salaries it works out. Picks, I don't know. Because obviously we would get a 17 first-round pick from Washington. Philly might want that pick. They love fucking first-round picks. And I don't know if that's enough compensation for what they consider to be Jaleel right now, you know?
I wouldn't do that much for Jaleel. Jaleel's going to be good, but he's not.
Exactly. That's why I feel Clarkson's, it's good. Here you go.
Honestly, I think he's going to be pretty limited, to be honest with you. Jaleel needs to be in the right situation to work.
What team would he be?
It might be us, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
You think he'd be a good replacement for, Powell?
In San Antonio?
Yeah. Because that's the kind of...
That would be fucking good.
You know? And he's too big to replace Zebo.
I don't know, but just thinking in my head, they got to have a couple more. Because it seems like he would be another slower guy.
I don't even think he's that slow, man. He just has a bad rep. The guy, I don't even think he's 20 years old. He cannot be that slow. I don't think he's no way, but I don't know. I would love to get him in a Laker uniform and find out.
Yeah, exactly. How slow are you? It's one of those things, those certain guys, they're even they can even be clocking him on his speed, and and you're being told he's average speed, and you're he runs really slow. I'm seeing him. He doesn't look like he's running fast.
There are some guys, my wife swears she runs. She's like, I can't run fast. I'm like, what are you talking about? You have long legs. How can you not run fast? She's like, I can't. Some people just don't know how to run fast, I guess. I don't know.
Or just, they don't know if they can.
If you're not first, you're last, I guess, right?
And Jaleel seems like he's last a lot of times.
Definitely last when it came to who the Lakers would pick. But I think it's going to do it for us. I think let's get back. Who knows? Something else might happen by the time we actually release this, so who knows? I mean, maybe maybe Magic will own the Lakers.
So keep in mind, we might do or Brandon, if I can, or he can. He'll probably do a little Facebook post or something if anything happens that we need to cover.
Absolutely. I mean, that will be and we'll have another podcast, like you said, on Thursday when the trade deadline happens. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, we're going to head back. Guys, take it easy. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Find us on the web at 30minutelunchbreak.wordpress.com. All of our stuff is there. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. You can subscribe to all those. All of our podcasts are available. YouTube is our fourth for YouTube. So this is a fun experience for us. Experiment, get our faces out there. And
please share these though.
Share these, like and subscribe. We really would like it if you would just keep posting our videos and try and make us entertaining for everyone. And
for those of us that have maybe you shared it to somebody, maybe share this. Maybe they tried the podcast and say, hey, maybe they like the video version.
Who knows? Yeah, I mean it's maybe you like looking at us. Who knows? I mean.
Can't be true.
That's
but
impossible.
Hey, but maybe you like it.
But hey, I mean, Buddy Hield did get traded for DeMarcus Cousins, so anything can happen. Like you said, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we're all there. Guys, later. Oh, and enjoy some Dexter Britton on the way out. Peace.